Let me double check my microphone. There we go. Got to check my microphone. Boom. Very good. Finally caught a live. Yes. Sorry about that. If I'm not able to do the live, consistently, I got a lot of shit going on. I got a lot of work I'm doing for different people. Then I'm making a lot of content, so I'm very active. Rusty ring in a dream. A rusty ring. I mean, commitment. That's what they were saying. Then, I would basically think infidelity. If the ring is rusty, and the ring is supposed to signify trust, then I would assume it means infidelity in a sense, Days gone by. Okay. For you YouTube people, I need y'all to let me know if the music is too high. Let me know if the music is too high, because I know sometimes when I record, hold on, let me just check it real quick. I know last time the music was too high and nobody said anything. We're going to YouTube check. Yeah. I gotta turn this down. Yeah, let me see how it's at. Okay, that sounds much better. It's very low. Recording is low. Okay, the princess. Okay, hello there. Yes, yes, yes. Spicy dreams. 1 second. No, it's good for TikTok. The thing about it is, I need to see on other social media platforms because the music is fine on TikTok, but when listening to it from, because it's actually in a system that I'm recording from on YouTube, and yeah, so the music gotta be lowered a bit because if it comes out recorded, the music gonna be too hot, too high. Yes. Okay, let me see something real quick. What? Holy shit. I thought I was plugged into Facebook too. Yeah, what the fuck? Okay, boom. Ah, damn it. An error occurred on Facebook. This is usually temporary. Wait a moment and try again. Okay. Turn it up a bit, they say. 1 second. I'm just getting out all the gadgets together. Turn it up a bit. I'll go 10. That's it. 10 is good enough. I'm asking you guys on YouTube, is that 1 second? We got pros. We got pros and cons. $9 super chat. I want to know in the question in the comment section, is the music? Can y'all hear my voice loud and clear? Is the music too high for YouTube? I'm talking to YouTube audience. Is the music too high? Divine Essence says yes, it's too high. Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'd rather just be at 8. Oh, okay. Can barely hear it. Yeah, the thing is, I don't want to. Hold on. I need to check this shit out for myself. Hold on. I'm just getting the sound together. Okay, that sounds much better. It's very low. Recording is low. Okay, the princess. Okay, hello there. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me move. Let me turn up a little bit volume, a little bit more, and I'm going to get right with you guys. I'm just setting up real quick. I got to get the sound with you guys. Let's go 12. 12 is good enough. 12 is good enough. I'll keep it at 12. 12 is good enough. I'll keep it at 12. 12 is good enough. I'll keep it at 12. 12 is good enough. All right, we're going to rock and roll. All right. Oh, shit. Hold on. Hello?
Hello?
Listen.
What happened to my phone?
Well, I don't know, but listen, I'm on a live right now. I mean, if you want to participate in the live and give me an update, I mean, we could talk about it. Or no, you want to call me privately?
I'll call you privately.
Okay.
I'll watch the live. Where's it on?
It's on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel or TikTok.
Okay.
All right, YouTube.
Watch.
All right. Yeah. So listen. All right. So Somebody asked you a question earlier on. All right, let me get to the super chat. Hold on. Can you talk about authentic doll magic, pros and cons? One second. Hello there. All right, let me fix something real quick. Okay, the question was, can I talk about authentic doll magic, the pros and cons? Well, as you know, different dolls do different things. And depending on what doll you're using, that will determine the outcome you get. So doll magic, I like to look at it as you're communicating with an elemental spirit versus you're making an image of someone. I would say that you're creating an archetype. I forgot what the Jews call it, but I think the Jews have something similar in Kabbalistic magic. And I even think they made a video about it, a movie about it too, where basically you can create an image, a gula, what's it? What do they call that? What do they call that? It's a creature that the Jews create in Kabbalistic magic. You know, they actually made a movie about it, but I forgot the name of it. But the thing is, you can assign the spirit to do what you wanted to do. Versus when you hear a person saying, oh, we're going to create an image in the likeness of this human being. Hold on. Jewish creation. Let me look at this word. Hold on. Jewish creation. Movie about Jewish monster. 1 second. The Golem. There we go. Yes, the Jews, they have a thing called a Golem, right? And I believe the Golem is a created creature or a spiritual being, but they can give this Golem instruction. So basically for me, the magie, when you're working with dolls, you're actually creating a golem. And this is what you give instruction to. But again, that's coming from a Haitian perspective, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, you know, different people got, you know, different people got their own way they do things, but in reality, you're giving instruction to a spiritual being. And that spiritual being can do what you want them to do. Now, it can be for love, it can be to control someone, and it can ultimately be to destroy someone. That all depends on what the doll has been created for. And that's my thought about that. But pros and cons, the cons will be anything that it can't make up for. Like if you have a doll, let's say you have a doll made out of this, a doll made out of that, a doll of this color, a doll of that color, there's limitations to what the doll is capable of doing. Or the golem. So can someone have a doll imitation of someone? I just explained that. For me, again, everybody got their own ways of doing things, but from my opinion, the way I know how to work dolls, I would say it's a bit different. Again, some people, it works for some people. That way, you know, I've heard people say it works for them. You know, creating something in the image of someone else to represent someone else. I mean, that's the way they do it. But I know from over here, it's not like that. Nah, it has nothing to do with dressing up the doll to look like someone. Different techniques, and I guess different culture. Could spirits work through dolls? Of course. That's what I'm talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? The golem. You know what I'm saying? That's really a doll. But that's a whole nother story. Mm-hmm. And y'all should go watch that movie Golem, Golem. How powerful is a guard ring? I mean, it's powerful. You know, they say, "Uga ba u point melbavo al domi na kafu" or something like that. You know, let me explain what that means. They say the Wugan gives you a an amulet, but he doesn't send you to go dance in the center of the road or sleep in the center of the road, right? So what does that mean? You know, you have to use common sense. Just because you got a guard ring, it doesn't mean that you are how can I say this? The word I'm looking for. You are immune to the laws, the spiritual laws of the universe. How can you connect with your psychic abilities? Meditate and gemstones. That's it. Yippee, that's it, man. Let me look at the live questions. There you go. Yes. The golem was the word. Hold on. Well, I'm moving a little fast. Hold on. Let me time back a little bit. The golem. One second. One second. What does it say here? Can you tell us about your jewelry, street sweeper ring, along with some of the success people have? I mean, listen, I think there's tons of reviews. I don't really got to speak much about it here. You know, if you want to look up what about the rings and stuff like that, there's tons of reviews. You got to go on my Instagram and look at my stories. I think my archives, you're going to see archive stories. Go on my Facebook and look up client reviews in my video in my pictures, and you'll see all the screenshots of what clients have to say about it. But for me to be repeating it here, it's going to be a bit redundant, and I don't think people want me to focus on that. But they're just guard rings, they're protective rings, protective amulets. You know, and some of them they can grant good luck, some can attract love. That's what I'd say about that. But if you want further details, you got to go look at the archives on either Facebook or Instagram. What is the meaning of spicy dream? When the man's scared to put inside, I think it was a sign. That's all about. I mean, for me, if you tell me that he was afraid to put it inside in a dream, then that goes to show some type of insecurity that's going on with him. That's what I'd say about that. If you had a dream that he's afraid to put it inside of you, that could mean that there's some type of insecurity that's going on there. Or it could mean if you're doing work on him, something that you're doing is not correct. How to work with Loa if you're not Haitian or initiated. I can't tell you all that. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you all that. You know what I'm saying? One thing you'll realize about Haitians is secrecy is a very big thing in Haitian culture. Can you really manifest what? People using Neil. I don't know what that is. Rich 4, hello.
Is there any spell athletes can use to make them faster? For example, track runners. You gotta serve spirits that are good at that. You know what I'm saying? If you're an athlete, you gotta find a spirit that's in the field that you're in that's capable of that. I think in Santeria there's certain Ileguas. Who is this? I'm just seeing this.
I think in Santeria,
There's certain spirits that work with speed. Mm-hmm. There's different spirits that are capable of giving people speed. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a track runner, maybe you should look into that. Mm-hmm. What should I do? My boyfriend is Haitian and he's doing work on me. I'm scared to leave because what he'd do.
I mean, listen, man. I think it's your fear of the unknown that's driving you crazy.
If everybody was so good at spell work, why is it that most people they go to they're spellcasters and they don't see nothing, or they feel like the person doesn't know what they're doing? Because the rate of someone being successful at doing spell work is very slim. There's only a few people out here that actually know what they're doing and can do what they say they can do. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think it's your fear of what you've heard of, what Haitians are capable of and stuff like that. But I want to let you know, just like with any other culture and any other human, that all depends on the individual. And I'm going to tell you this from experience. Majority of people, it's probably 10% out of 100 that really know what the fuck they're doing. So I wouldn't lose sleep over that. Can YT people really do spells? I don't. What do you mean by YT people really do spells?
Yo no sé. Excuse me. I don't know. What is this? No comprende?
What does my work? Why does my thing work then fall apart same week or month? Because either you're fucking agitating the person. If you're doing some shit, you're probably agitating the situation. So I'm assuming that you're probably doing love work. And if that's the case, you're probably annoying the person. And then you're wondering why the fuck the spell isn't working. Because you're doing dumbass shit. That's why. So if you limit the fuckery, then you'll find that the spell would work for you. Well, thank you for spamming. He says this guy is spamming. You know what? Let me help this guy real quick. We're gonna help this guy. It's good. It keeps the algorithm going, but you know what? This guy is spamming too much. I would let him keep on doing that, but there's important people that need to talk. Boom, blocked. Thank you. Yeah, we blocked him. There you go. Had to put a slow into that. Yeah, we not doing that, man. We not doing that. Anybody come on this live with the nonsense? Yeah, I just blocked Nico. He's doing nonsense. Well, not Nico, but whomever that was spamming, I just got him up out of here. Oh, do I know Papa who? Nah, I don't know him. Why does Haitian mothers never see wrong in their sons' actions? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you talk about. My mom used to. My mom was like, anything negative, when it came to me, she didn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like anything negative, my mom believed it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it was with me. I was a wild child that always used to get into a lot of difficulty and trouble. My mom was not those type of mothers that look the other way. My mom would basically let me know it. You know what I'm saying? She's not fucking around. That's why she sent my ass to go live with my father in Haiti. She asked, do I do strong love spells? Listen, read the reviews and you'll find out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, your faith made you well. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. you follow instructions and you don't do emotional dumbass shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you'll be, we'll see. But then again, a lot of you individuals be, let's see if we can get this thing going. Hold on. Let me see if we can get this thing going again. Let's see. Can we do it now? What? Why, man? See, a lot of you guys be. I want y'all to know something. A lot of you guys be y'all be reaching too much. Because here goes. Let me just put it like this. You have someone that you know is bad for you, right? So let me just fix this. The banner, we gotta take the banner off. Okay, well actually let me leave the banner on. But all right, cool. Okay. As I was saying, hold on, let me get this thing together. A lot of you guys be reaching too much. You're saying you're doing love spells, but here you go. How do you contact me? I mean, the contact is in my homepage, right? But this is what I mean. Actually, I gotta take the banner off for this one because I'm gonna probably use this. I'm gonna use this a bit later. All right. A lot of you guys be doing too much. You know the individual is a bad character or a bad person, but you choose to still do a love spell on them. Doing a love spell is not going to change a person from being the trash they are. If they're trash, you're only just putting perfume or a smell good aroma on top of garbage. You're saying, listen, the work can make the person jealous, but think about it. You're trying to make someone love you that's full of toxicity, that's full of all types of fucked up shit. And again, I don't have a problem with doing work for a person who wants me to do work for them, but I just want you to know from the door. When you're out here, when you got a guy that's giving you all the wrong signs that, he's abusive, he's physically abusive, he's verbally abusive, he's doing all types of crazy shit, you wanting to do a spell on him, listen, let me tell you something. If you see that person doesn't change for the better and he's just getting fucked up, that's what you signed up for. You talking about, I want him to only have eyes for me, and he's never going to look at anybody else. That does not exist. If anything, what exists is that person being fucked up when they try to commit infidelity. See, this is something that you got to understand when you're doing this stuff, man. Like, you got to make sure you got the right candidate. See, I can understand the person, you're in love with the person leaves, whatever, you had a disagreement, great, cool. But you got a guy out there fucking with different women. You talk about doing a love spell. No, you need to fuck that boy shit up. You over here trying to do a love spell on somebody that done fucking ran your bank cards up, saying, and basically left. You done put this guy through, got him lawyers and all types of shit, and he walks away. And you talking about doing a love spell to make him love you. Nah, that boy need to be taught a lesson. Not every situation is worth a love spell. Some people are just trash, and they need to be dealt with accordingly. And then, listen, I'm gonna give you a voice of reason right now. Like, listen, let me tell you something. Thank you. What did it say here? What did it say? Putting jewelry on a pig like our Lord and Savior warned us. I mean, yeah, you can look at it like that. Listen. You're trying to make someone into a person that doesn't exist. See, there's a couple of things a person got to look at when they're getting involved in love spells and rituals. Is that the individual can become very emotional. That individual may want you to show them the same affection. And if you can't show them the same affection, I had one guy today, we had a conversation, and he told me that he did a love working for the target, right? His target. Now, this is spiritualist I'm cool with whatsoever, you know what I'm saying? King Jericho, right? I'm talking to him, and, he brings a situation to me, and I'm like, okay. The guy that he did work on became very jealous, right? And when he did this work, I guess because of his jealousy, he found out some flowers were given to the woman, the client, the female client at work, and she brought the flowers home. So what do you think the guy did? He went on a jealous tirade. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he went on a jealous tirade, and you know what he did? He started posting pictures up of different women he was smashing. Sending her videos of him smashing different women, all because he assumed that the woman was cheating on him. And this is why I say to people, when you're working with spirits like the Intranquil spirit, these type of spirits, it can make these people become very crazy. They become very jealous. But I had to give the youngster a word of advice. I had to give Jericho a little advice. I told Jericho that, listen, that individual revealed his true character. See, I told Jericho that you're lucky it was just that. Well, not him. She was lucky that it was just that. Because in different scenarios, a man would become jealous and whoop her motherfucking ass. He got jealous thinking that she was cheating, but it was just someone who at her job that gave her a gift whatsoever. Now it wasn't even a man, it was a woman. On top of that, one of her colleagues gave her flowers, whatever, and she brought it home, and he wasn't even trying to ask questions and try to figure things out. He was just blind about it. But again, I've seen scenarios where the love spell was so strong that the man became so jealous and then beat the woman down badly. But then again, listen, this is what you sign up for. You can't hold the spiritualists, accountable for that, because that's what you signed up for. We let you know this is not no rated PG ass shit. Someone wrote the anema solar can make motherfuckers get crazy, obsessed, in the spirit of amplifying that obsession. Of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course. See, this is what I'm saying to you, When you come to guys like us and we let you know from the door, this is not no, you know what I'm saying? Again, but then again, some people like that dosage. Think about it. It's like, I always make, please don't crucify me for this, but I always use the analogy of drugs when it comes to this spiritual shit. When a person dies in the street of a drug overdose, what do the people want? They want the drug that caused the overdose. So when you look at, spiritual work, most people want the most dangerous shit that they hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, hey, I can't explain it, but that's just what the people want. You want the most dangerous spirit to work with to bring this person back to you. And you don't care how it happens. I mean, hey, I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm here to, provide, provide the, demand, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever done target work? Have you ever done it on a target? What was it like? Got up. I mean, listen, that's back in my day. Today, I don't really do stuff like that, man. I don't listen. I got too many women in my life right now. I don't need no woman going crazy right now. No, that's too much, man. Yeah, like for me, I can't do love spells today, man. I got too many women. Listen, I got too much women in my life right now. Like literally, I don't need it. And then when you start thinking about having a bunch of women in your life, that's motherfucking bills and response. That's bills, man. This ain't like that's bills. And you can't say I'm a vagabond. You can't say I'm a vagabond. Listen, I'm telling you. See, I tell women from the door, listen, I'm single. I don't want no relationship. You know what I'm saying? And they cool with that. And that's one thing I came to realize, man. When you tell women that, you know, you tell them the truth, they'll have a choice. See, the thing is, the reason why women out here doing witchcraft on a lot of guys is because a lot of you guys, instead of telling a woman the truth from the door, you lied to her. And now she has to find shit out. Instead of being honest with her from the door, like, listen, this is what the situation is. Whether you're married, whether you got a girlfriend, whatever the situation is, there's someone out there that will accept it. Now, when you lead a female on and she finds out that you did all that shit, she wasted time and energy. Let me give you what that comparison is like, right? That's like a guy dealing with a female who's messing with somebody else. You want to deal with her exclusive, but she's involved with someone else, and you spending all this money on her, and she with somebody else. You saying to yourself, man, I would have never spent this money on this bitch if I would have known she was with somebody else. See, you got to put it in perspective. See, women don't look at things like guys do. Guys look at money. Women look at their heart. A guy got to look at it like this. Yo, put yourself in a woman's situation. But let's look at it from a guy perspective. You spend $20,000, $30,000 on a female, right? You know, of course, through a protracted period of time. But she's out here, you know, cheating. She's out here with somebody else, whatever. You saying to yourself, yo, that time and energy I spent to this female, I could have spent it, gave it to somebody else who deserved it. You know what I'm saying? There's females out here that deserve that. And you just wasted on somebody who didn't. So that will make a man very angry. And that's why some men end up, especially when they invest their life savings into a female and that female did them dirty, that's when they lose their shit and they commit crimes. Same thing when it comes to women, man. The thing is, it's the witchcraft. The witchcraft is, that's easy and accessible. You know what I'm saying? See, a woman, she don't gotta go out there and get her hands dirty. She could just lace you up with some woo, and you pay the price for what you did. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like women all the time. They say they doing this and that. Bro, I'm just saying, there's some guys that have been messed up, man. Messed up. Women putting woo on them, these guys, man, all because of they lying and cheating. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, man. And I came to the realization of this in my 40s. The realization was, you don't have to lie to a woman. You don't. You don't have to lie to a woman at all, period. Especially when you're a successful man, you don't have to lie to her. Like I said, the reason why I don't do no spells on women today is because I got enough. I don't need any other women in my life. There's too much women in my life already. And not only that, that shit is a motherfucking liability. So just adding another woman into my life is just going to be more money you can leave in my pockets. So this is why I say, when you're successful, just be honest. Because a woman will fuck with you. You know, say she will fuck with you. You'll tell her from the door, like, if you tell her what the situation is, she don't care. All right, you got other bitches to make sure you wear protection, this and that. Don't bring me back nothing. All right, cool. That's the agreement. There's no need to lie about shit when you're successful. You got money. You know, you got money. There's no need to lie anymore. And I'm gonna tell you this, man. Some females, they just want the honesty and a good vibe. Some females don't even care about all the extra shit. As long as you providing a good vibe with them, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. There's relationships that, you know what I'm saying, I regret that I fucked up in because I didn't know what I know now. You know what I'm saying? That, you know how many why do Future got so many baby mamas? Because there's a type of woman out there that's okay with that shit. And I'm not condoning it to be like, you know, be a sleazeball, this and that, but some females know what the deal is from the door. You know, the females that end up not being bitter. When you make it exclusive and you're doing fuck shit, oh yeah, that's when it becomes a problem. If he doesn't have paper, don't get with him because he will use you. That's what a woman wrote. And my work starts. Okay, all right. Well, listen. I gave y'all some love on TikTok. I gotta run to Instagram. I'm gonna holler at you guys later. Okay, let's go to Instagram. Man, she got some big ass oh. What do I say? I'm thinking out loud. What? I started to say something that I wasn't supposed to be saying. Let's see what we got going on here. What do we got going on here? Trying to find the right setting. Okay. Maybe I should go with this setting here when I'm just getting my Instagram ready. Yeah, we got to bring this down a little bit. All right. Eye level. Yeah. Let's see what's going on over here, man. So let me just scroll through this YouTube real quick. Let me see what y'all guys got going on here. We on IG right now. Hello, IG. I just had to stop off at TikTok for a minute, but I'm back. I'm here with you guys tonight. Okay, let me see what you guys got going on here. All right, somebody say cutting cords. Listen, you guys out here talking about cutting cords and attachments. Grow some hair on your nuts and grow some hair on your cunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, if you want to get over someone, you got to go out and get that shit out your motherfucking system. Why do you think that, I made the reel that I made the other day, giving a difference between a Haitian guy and a Dominican guy? The Dominican guy is going to sit there crying, about the woman that broke his heart and left him. The Haitian guy is going to go out and party. See, when you get that shit out your system, you got to go out there, party. You're saying, if you want to go smash on some females, you got to smash on. Get that shit out your system. Because if you said, listen, you got to travel. You're saying, listen, you can't sit there thinking about a woman. Like, oh my God, she broke my heart. No, you got to get out there, have fun, get that shit out your system. The more you begin to get up and be around and do some shit, the more you're going to forget about that person. And then on top of that, you're exposing yourself to better options. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, a cord cutting spell. Listen, it's not that complicated. I mean, if that's the case, if you want to talk about something, just wear some black onyx as if you're mourning a loss. Hopefully that will help you. But ultimately, it's got to be something within you. The onyx in, these cord cutting rituals, they'll help, but you got to get over that shit. There's nothing artificial that can make you heal. When you go through a damage and heartache and pain, you have to heal, man. And some people want to run away from the pain. You got to deal with the pain. Some shit just has to happen where it gets cut off. It is what it is. And when one door is closed, many are open. Listen, you're thinking for the moment, oh my God, this is the best thing that happened to me. Now you get with somebody else that looks better, younger, more attractive. Listen, it's an illusion to think, oh my God, this is the end of the world. This is the only person. No, it's an illusion. You're thinking, oh my God, you say, I'll never find nobody else. Illusion. Because again, when you're bettering yourself in life, you're evolving in life, you're going to see that you're going to have a lot of options. You got to heal, man. Thoughts on reading while working, where working is happening, if they don't see manifestation. Man, listen, you got to be like the blind prophet, man. Readings, listen, let me tell you something. Someone asked me on Instagram, my thoughts on readings while working. See, let me tell you something. I don't care about readings. I say fuck a reading. You're saying fuck whatever, divination. Listen, this is why the scripture talked about having faith the size of a mustard seed. You know what I'm saying? Having that discipline, self-control. Let me tell you something. Spell work requires some faith. Spell work requires for you to do this, not being able to see what tomorrow's going to bring. See, this is how crazy this shit is. People want to run the reading for confirmation, isn't that? So for some people, yes, it may work for some people. But when you start to get up in character and you start growing in willpower and determination, you have experience to know this shit is what it is. And you don't need to, look at somebody, what somebody else is telling you. Because the thing is, you know it's going to be. You may not know how it's going to play out, but you know at the end of the day, it's going to manifest. And that right there is faith. I prefer faith over readers. Why? Because readers can lie to you. Readers can, they be so caught up in other shit that, their thoughts is all mixed up and they mixing shit up. You say they mixing shit up for that reading, whatsoever. And now you hear a whole bunch of shit that don't even make any sense. And then on top of that, you got readers that just pulling shit up out their ass. And now you end up believing it. And then when time comes and you don't see nothing, you're left brokenhearted. What is this? I don't know who the fuck that is. No. Nah, somebody requested to be in a video. Okay. Okay, what we have? What's ham, OG? Life, man. Taking it one step at a time, man. Let me see what they got going on here, man. I remember people started calling me OG. I'm like, what you talking about? I'm not an OG, whatever, man. So I was still trying to be a YN. I had to grow up and accept that when people call me OG. Yeah, man. Some people don't want to grow, man. I feel like crap in AM after lying on my ass. Okay. Nah, my drop you spell works on a woman. I suck at wishing women the worst. I mean, listen. Oh, wow. We got another super chat. What is this? Another super chat. Sorry about that. Sorry. Can I talk about different Ogus, man? There's so many Ogus. There's Ogu Balinjo. There's Ogu Ferrai. There's Ogu what? There's Ogu Saint Jacques. There's a whole bunch of Ogus, man. The one I work with is basically Ogu Ferrai. You know what I'm saying? That's that is the one on a horse, the steel horse. That's the one on a horse with a steel outfit. That's the one in my family. We had Saint Jacques, but I don't know much about Saint Jacques because I don't work with him personally. I work with Ogu Ferrai. That's the one that that's strongly with me. That's the hard worker. That's the go out and go get it. You know what I'm saying? That's the construction worker. That's the military man. Yeah, that's what that is. But Bali and Joe, that's not a spirit that I work with, so I can't really tell you much about that. Ogu's Yewuj, that's like Ogu when he goes haywire and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'd say about that. Ogu Bali and Joe, I think, what is it? Ogu Bali and Joe. It's been so long. From what I heard. It's been years, man. I mean, that's not a spirit that I serve whatsoever, but man, I guess probably maybe in the future I'll do an update video on that because it's been so long and I got to go through my notes and shit like that because I don't really remember off the top of the head what I was told by the elders about that type of spirit. Okay, what do we got going on here, man? You're welcome. What do we got going on here, man? So anyhow, man, listen. TikTok live is out. Okay. Do you work on CPS situations? No, not really. I don't really touch those situations. No. Situations like that, no, I don't touch on them. TikTok live is out. Yeah, I mean, Elmira, women on women joints ring better what? Women on women joints ring better. Don't gotta answer. Women on women joints. I'm not too sure what your question is actually stating. Where you're asking, Leonard, what is the long-term effects of intranquil spirit? What is the long-term effects of intranquil spirit? I mean, listen, that can be health complications. I mean, obsession. If it's not obsession, violence on the end of the person, if they're unfaithful, now I'd say it could be anything from illness. Yeah, definitely. I mean, illness. It could be anything from black toes, black feet, black fingernails. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that shit could definitely, yeah. That's why they call them washes, pièces, because that shit be turning their fucking hands black sometimes, or their feet black, or basically, shit and blood. I mean, it's a lot of things that can happen, and sometimes it can lead into cancer. You know what I'm saying? Paralyzing, those things can come with that. Best way to remove karmic energy from your life, stop doing bullshit. That's it. If you ask me what's the best way to remove karmic energy from your life, I mean, I'm going to tell you, stop doing bullshit. That's the best way to avoid it. You know what I'm saying? What is the love's potion you have on IG? Is it on the website? What is the love potion you have on IG? Is it on the website? No. You have to contact me about that. If you can message me on IG, send me a picture of what it is, and we can work something out. Do I do exorcisms? Let me explain to you what an exorcism is. An exorcism is not a motherfucker's head spinning around. An exorcism is cleansing an individual of whatever hostile energy that is spiritually affecting them. That is an exorcism, not a person rolling around, acting stupid and shit we find in voodoo ceremonies. No. A person being affected by negative energy can be a person that's going through, depression, suicide, shit like, contemplation of suicide, in very bad intrusive thoughts, illness, sickness, that's unnatural. That's what a true exorcism is, not what you see on Hollywood. I gotta throw that out there because you got a lot of these stupid vaudouism, these voodoo priests and shit like that, acting like they possess and dumb. How come that possession never works when they're in real life situations? That's a question I gotta ask. Listen, when you listen, a lot of people that be acting like they mounted, right? This is what question I gotta ask these people that are mounted, right? How come your mounting never ever works in a real life situation? I've never seen a person that was in vaudouism get mounted when somebody put their dukes up to fight them or pulls a gun out on them. Never. So listen, I don't put too much energy into monkey business because I think a lot of that possession shit is a bunch of monkey business. Not to say that there isn't official things, but but the way that is given to the public, almost like, oh my God, I'm spinning around, acting stupid. All that shit is like entertainment. That shit is like that it's entertainment. And because when the spirit really does interact like that, it is something subliminal. It is something that you won't even realize unless you're paying attention to it. That's like earlier on, I'm speaking to a client and I said something that I thought that I didn't even mean. But that was a spirit communicating through me that gave this woman a divine message. Sometimes we're used to do things that we're not aware of. We look at that as, oh, I just made a mistake. No, you were meant to do that. That's when the spirit truly interjects itself in your life. Not somebody, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? No. That's the monkey business. That's what we call macaquerie. Can you get advice wearing a garter ring? That all depends on who made it for you, because the garter ring, the regulations that, comes from the individual who made it for you, right? What is this? What spell would work on someone who's who is avoidant. Probably not in tranquil spirit, as it will push them away. Why you say it will push them away? See, this is what I'm saying. You don't got the right hermeneutics. You don't have the right game, man. You say when you have the right game, you're gonna understand that intranquil spirit is designed to pull someone to you, not push them away. Who the fuck told you that? See, I gotta ask you another question. Why is a person running away from you to begin with? You know what I'm saying? If you're a female, listen, let me tell you something. Some of you females be making this shit more complicated, right? See, I'm gonna tell people this. I had a scenario, right? 2 scenarios. There was a guy that slept with a female, and the dude, he didn't lay it down right. I think after a couple of minutes, he just gave out. Female told me that the reason why she ghosted him was because he was terrible in bed. Right? I had a female once. Listen, I had a female once. She's actually a YouTuber, well known, right? I slept with her, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about my ex. No, don't be out there trying to create shit. No, it has nothing to do with my ex. You know what I'm saying? Please don't bring her into this equation. I wasn't in a relationship with this female. I was just fucking with her. So listen, I was messing with this chick, right? The first date, I'm not gonna say first date. When I finally hit it, I worked at hitting it for like a whole year. And when I finally hit it, and I'm not talking about doing spell work. That was just me being a genuine character. When I finally hit it, it was trash. I fucking fell into pussy like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck was she fucking before me? You know what I'm saying? How many Mandingo warriors was this bitch fucking? Because I went in that bitch like, I'm well endowed. You know what I'm saying? I'm 6 feet. I'm about my shoe size about, fucking 12 inches. You know what I'm saying? About a foot. You know what I'm saying? Size 12. You know what I'm saying? So I'm well endowed. But I was like, who the fuck has this bitch been fucking? Because after she did some bullshit like that, I'm like, what? So I stopped fucking with her. So it's one of those things. Why is this person pulling away from you? You see, I've had scenarios where bitch pussy stink, and I was like, I'm not fucking this bitch no more. They say, like, listen, I'm telling you, shit like that be happening. A bitch pussy can stink, and he don't want to fuck with you no more. So you got to find a reason why this man don't want to deal with you anymore. I mean, is that you're loose, your pussy not tight? Does your pussy stink? And for you guys, are you lasting less than fucking 5 minutes? Because that can be a reason. That could be a reason issue too. So a lot of you guys be thinking, oh, this is spell work, and it's not that. A lot of the times, let me give you some game. A lot of times when people be talking about, oh, somebody took spell work to, to take my man or take my woman, I look at the individual, right? I look at the individual. All right, send me the picture so I can basically do the work, right? This bitch like 500 pounds. This bitch that she's in competition with is looking like a tenderoni that goes to the gym, nice car and everything. The bitch, the nigga done leveled up. You over here talking about it's spell work. No, look, I'm gonna tell a spiritualist this. Any spiritualist that's watching this video right now, you can't say that I'm lying. Motherfuckers that be like, somebody did spell work to take my man. You look at the third party that you're supposed to do a breakup spell on. Most of the time, that bitch looks better than a woman pay you to do the motherfucking spell. Tell me I'm lying. See, I'm telling you right motherfucking now. No. We not, because I'm just saying I'm telling you that's what the situation is. The female that the man leaves the woman for usually looks better. She usually got a lot of shit going on. In rare situations, in rare occasions, do you find a man leaving a woman for someone who's ugly? If a man, let me tell you one right now. Escúchame, kutem kunyala. Listen. If a man leaves you for a woman that's unattractive, that's ugly, you drove his ass motherfucking crazy. I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't no motherfucking witchcraft. It's not no brujeria. It's not no magie. Bitch, you just drove that motherfucker crazy. You going over here, let these spiritualists tell you, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? It's this spell, that spell. No. If a man leaves you for someone who's less attractive than you, that means you are a pain in the ass, and you're a woman that no man should ever fuck with. Because ain't no good man gonna leave a motherfucking bitch as bad as fuck. Unless that bitch is crazy. I had to get myself in. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Y'all out here going pay thousands of dollars to hear the motherfucking truth. You know what I'm saying? What we got here? Do you recommend I consult a mumbo or a malfecta? Listen, you gotta just feel the person out. All these terminologies, let me tell you something. You gotta feel a person out. I don't care if they call themselves a Mombosa, a Mombo. I don't care if they call themselves a Wuga, but they call themselves a Boko. It all depends on the motherfucking energy. Go off of what you feel about that person. Go off of their swag. Fuck all this title shit. That title shit is so fucking garbage. Like, it doesn't even exist anymore. Go off of the energy. Malfecta, Mombo, whatever. It doesn't matter. These are just terminologies that people use for business purposes. What it boils down to is the action. That's why I'm so beyond this whole voodoo shit, this so-called voodoo religion shit, because it's confusion. You gotta live. Stop getting caught up in titles. These titles are divisive. They create division and confusion. What we have here? Why do binding spells cause loneliness? You want to know why binding spells cause loneliness? Here's the reason why. Because the binding spell is working to bring you people together. It's designed to bring you guys together. So both of you are going to feel things from time to time. So one moment it may cycle through you where you feel like I miss this person. Now next moment it cycles through that. Now they feel like they miss you. It's going through cycles. What is this? She divine, no homo. Leonard is super nice with it. Glad he made it to us in America. Yeah, I'm just saying, listen. I mean, listen. Thank you. But listen. As much as some people love what I do, there's people that's at the bottom. You know, I like to call them, bottom feeders. They want to get up on social media and, you know what? We're not going to talk about these guys, because they're irrelevant. I started to get out of character and start mentioning people, but we're not going to talk about those irrelevant bottom feeders. They're usually the people that's dressed all in white, sing all these voodoo cha-cha-cha songs, and they look like they look like they eat out of a garbage can, and they smell like they look like they smell like dumpster juice. But anyway, I don't want to talk about these guys. Do you have any spells that would bring about job success and promotion? I mean, stuff like that. I mean, yes, there's work that you can do to enhance your financial situation, but that's something that you got to reach out to me for. But then again, you can't have these imaginary expectations, because there's people out here that want to do spell work, but then again, they don't even have the qualifications. You think you're going to get into a job, a six-figure salary-paying job, and you don't even have the qualifications to maintain that. So you want to make sure you have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed. Because I'm just going to look at you. If that's not the case, I'm going to tell you I can't help you. They say God helps those who help themselves. All right. So with that said, hun, who's this right here? Listen, I'm gonna holler at you guys on the next one. I'm out. Deuces. Yeah. One sec.
Bye.